What's going on, guys? Back at you here. We got a situation unfolding at the southern border that is about to pop off and go live. And I can't emphasize enough that once this happens, we're in a live war. Our country is in like a war that you've never seen before in your lifetime. Now, we have Trump ordering the military to seal the entire border up and off at this point, and to lock it down cold, like a military front line. You can argue what it should have been the whole time, you know, where people were slipping in here for all these years, but they're clamping down hard. They just sent out another warship to go down off the coast so they can have multiple warships. They're running all these flights, and they're openly debating about starting the drone strikes. So it's going to happen here anytime, any moment. They're going to start pounding the cartels with the drones and with other military equipment. And Trump is going with these executive orders. The executive order 14167 was signed and put into motion along with a national emergency declaration to lock down our border. And he's now telling them, lock it down cold. Basically, big moves are about to happen. The guys that I know that are in the military, that see all this happen, that know some things on the ground that's going on, they're like, get ready. Like, this is what we do when we're getting ready to strike. So some of the guys have been prepared. They've been down there for weeks, going on months. Some of them just working the border back and forth, patrolling it, and just locking it down cold. But there's one sector they're really focusing on from basically Southern Cali all the way over toward Texas. And that whole sector right there is pretty much the wall. And there's not fortifications up on it, but what all these laws do in this executive order is it commands other agencies to, if they have any power over federal land, like installations or anything like that, they're to hand it over to the DOD. So this is a consolidation of power right up to the top, to the DOD. And when the soldiers are out there, they're out there, basically the orders to kill or to shoot are on DOD orders. They're ready. They're locked and loaded, and it seems like it's going to go down at any moment. But Trump making this move, just the latest. Join me on the live streams where I talk about this in greater detail, where I got more time. Going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see you guys there. Hit that subscribe button for more. Much love, y'all.
All right, shalom, shalom. All right, this is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. All right, before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's on to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. All right. Now, as you heard from your boy Dabu7, okay, he's about to get shit started. All right, he's about to get shit popping. Okay. And as we've been told you, you know, weeks and weeks ago, months ago, we told you that it's going to begin first with the northern kingdoms. All right, with the northern tribes. It's going to begin first with you so-called Latinos, Hispanics, all right, Native Indians, Seminole Indians, all right. It's going to begin with the northern kingdom, and then it's going to intensify with the southern kingdom, all right. And all of this is a means to border up, right? Because when you think about the purpose of a wall, all right, a wall is not just to keep things out, all right? I remember saying that years ago when Trump first came in office. When he first came in office back during his first term, and it was all this talk about, you know, building the wall and whatnot. And I remember saying that that a wall is not just to keep things out, it's to keep things in as well. All right, so it can act as a two-edged sword. Okay, and what this is saying to me is that these devils are finally ready to get shit going, man. This is not going to be an ordinary summer. All right, just like last summer wasn't an ordinary summer, you know. But this one, all right, we can feel it. This one is we're already seeing all these different things coming into play. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, there's talks with Iran and the White House concerning their nuclear capabilities. All right, or their nuclear program. Based off of how that goes, we can see this war between Iran and the United States escalate quickly, all right, or slowly. You see what I'm saying? But it's going to end up coming to this point. And Salakia, my allergies is acting up. Damn. Salakia, bear with me. All right, Salakia. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, so based off of how these talks go between Trump and the Ayatollah, okay, this thing can go fast. It can escalate even faster, or it can escalate at the normal rate. All right, but we can clearly see that that you know, these Amalekites are pushing for war, and they're going to get it as per prophecy. All right, prophecy states this. So, you know, as we're getting ready to have things ramp up over in the so-called Middle East, which is West Asia, okay, we're seeing things happening here on the shore, you know what I'm saying? On the home front, as it were. And what did Dabu 7, what did he mention? He mentioned drone strikes. All right, drone strikes on US soil. You see what I'm saying? Drone strikes. All right. You know, we've heard talk of April 20th. Okay? That's another date to keep watch over, you know what I'm saying? Right? Because what is that? April the 20th is today's the 13th. That's next Sunday. All right? Next Sunday. Okay? Next Sunday, Trump is expecting his Secretary of Defense, which is a part of the Department of Defense, the DOD, to come and give him a report, all right, regarding the southern border and whether or not to enact certain measures, all right. So expect things to ramp up, all right. Let's get this. Let's get some scriptures real quick. Salakia. Let's see. Bear with me. All right. This is Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." All right. So it's telling us that there's going to be a you know, massive military involvement in the times coming, man. All right. That's unavoidable. It's unavoidable, you know. And many of the things, all right, many of the agendas that they're trying to push, okay, they're using you jakes to get this thing pushed through. You see what I'm saying? Right? So, you know, expect these things to escalate, man. You know what I'm saying? You got this sedition among men. All right, you got people that's already pissed off with this administration. All right? Already pissed off with this administration. You have people who believed in Trump, and they're losing faith. You know what I'm saying? They're losing faith, man. All right? And you know, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, man. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know, today it's the cartels. All right. Today they'll tell you it's the cartels. Tomorrow they'll tell you it's domestic tea. You see what I'm saying? So, says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. All right, you can't ignore, or you can't forget about the fact that famines are coming. Famines are coming, man. All right, when these tariffs really kick in, you know what I'm saying? And they take hold of the economy. All right. People are going to start acting a fool, man. You know what I'm saying? I brought out during camp earlier today. You know, when I was watching the one brother, and he was doing a lesson on, you know, this woman who was in the grocery store. And, you know, there were eyeballs on her cart, and she didn't have that many things inside of her cart. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they were still eyeballing her shit and say, hey, man, you know, you must be blessed. You got a cart full of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the surface, you would think that's nothing big. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty much, you know, saying, hey, she's doing well for herself. But it's more than that. It's more than that. You see what I'm saying? There's a whole spirit that's on these people. All right? And you're about to see the love of many wax cold. As a matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. And Matthew chapter 24, let's go to verse 12. All right, Matthew 24 and 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. The love of many shall wax cold. All right? And when you go into the word for cold, okay, when you go into the word for cold, that's what? That's the Greek word psycho. All right? That's psycho. People are going to become psychotic in these days, man. All right? People are going to lose their shit, man. People are going to they're going to, you know, change their countenance. You see what I'm saying? You don't know how a person truly is until he or she is hungry. You see what I'm saying? You don't know how bad it gets until people get hungry. All right? So let me showcase this one last video before I jump up out of here. Bear with me.
Economic collapse. Trade wars have begun and the stock market's already plummeting. You might want to share and repost this one because most people have no clue how fast things unravel when the system collapses. The moment the system crashes, credit cards, debit cards, crypto, and online banking will be useless. Banks will shut down, ATMs will be empty, and people will be in shock. Cash might still work, but only temporarily. The first wave of panic buying begins. Most people will still cling to hope that the economy will bounce back. Stores may continue accepting cash, but inflation will skyrocket. What little is left on the shelf will cost 10 times more than what it does now. Gold and silver will be accepted, but only while supplies last. Once goods start running out, money won't matter anymore. The economy will be in total collapse. Banks won't reopen, the government won't be able to stabilize the market, and cash will be worthless as toilet paper. Even gold and silver will lose value because when there's no food, precious metals can't feed you. Bartering will take over as the new economy. So what becomes currency when traditional money fails? Things like alcohol and tobacco, medicine and medical supplies, salt and sugar, hygiene and sanitation goods. After a collapse, your bank account isn't going to save you. What you physically have in your possession is all that's going to matter.
There you go. So, with that, I'm going to close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Yahawadah, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This has been your brother Zakar Ya Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Shalom.